Attention, everybody. The views and opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of Axe Ministry, Axe Media Group, and or their affiliate and subordinate ministries and or nonprofits.
This is Morning Mouth with Johnny Rooster, your host.
And Pastor Matt.
Now that means you're still here at Axe Media Group and all its
Axe Media Group,
affiliates.
that's right.
But it's a fun day Monday.
Or Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday. Or
But
Friday.
we like to kick off things earlier in the morning before the morning drive.
Yeah.
We want to make sure you're up to speed.
You're the opening act. We're
Yeah.
the opening act.
You never know.
Because right now I'm running around the office.
We run around, we work around, and we play around. But we don't mess around.
Yeah. No.
We don't mess
No,
around.
we're serious all the time.
We take it seriously.
All right.
Okay, now thank you very much for tuning in. If you have not heard yet, Johnny Rooster and Pastor Matt are coming to you with the Morning Mouth, and we're trying to make this thing a little more kickstart to the day, to the morning drive, kind of a prelude, warm-up band. And speaking of that, Pastor Matt, I'm your host, Johnny Rooster, of course. I wanted you to know that the idea of this show, this presentation,
Sorry, that was an
is to, yeah, a lot of accidentals, is to bring you something that you don't always hear, something different. What is that, by the way? Is that a police radio? We're watching the scanner here.
No, it's a sound effect. Sorry
Okay.
about that.
Yeah,
I meant to.
Bleep it out.
Well, no, I was trying to scroll down so I could do find the applause.
Yes,
you
the
know.
applause, but it was the scanner instead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
our idea, our goal here for this program is to bring you something lighthearted, but something unique.
absolutely.
Now, there's something very unique on your palate this morning. It's going to be a variety of foods that are normally off our radar.
Yeah.
They're not the stuff you eat every day.
Yeah.
By the way, Pastor Matt, do you eat breakfast? Are you a breakfast guy?
Not official. I mean, I like breakfast food.
I was in grade school, and the teacher, they were doing a nutrition class, and all of the kids wrote down what they had for breakfast, and they put it on the chalkboard. And this was in the 70s.
Oh man, this is gonna be funny.
And so some of these kids were saying nothing. Like one kid said nothing, and the teacher gave him that death stare, like, you didn't eat breakfast. This is
Right.
before the breakfast program, by the way, for schools.
Really?
Yeah, this is the 70s. We just had lunch. So, you didn't eat breakfast? How dare you? You know, that's awful. And they said breakfast is a very essential part of growing up. You need to have healthy food.
Oh yeah.
If you had a Danish, you were like, scorned, ridiculed. I'm the kind of kid that I would have a good
like a
breakfast.
cheese Danish,
My mom,
like a cream cheese Danish.
she'd get us some cereal, at least
Yeah.
that. You grab a box
I
of
hated
something.
oatmeal. Still don't like
ya?
oatmeal. Not like that. I like oatmeal
Well,
cookies.
what is your main meal of the day? Because we definitely don't have. We're hearing things all the time right here.
Yeah.
For me, I've got a weird work schedule. I work 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. So I don't stop and eat.
Right.
So I don't feel like breakfast at 5 a.m. and I'm going past lunch. By the mid-afternoon, I'm not as hungry as I was at 11 when I was
Yeah.
dying at work.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, do I eat?
Because I work 8 at night till 6 in the morning.
So that's an unusual schedule too.
It really is.
Do you feel hungry in the middle of the night?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm also a chubby guy, so.
Oh, there you go.
I enjoy,
I mean, you're
I enjoy
hungry all the
eating.
time.
I enjoy eating. Well,
It's like my kids; they're always hungry.
I'm doing better now than what I was. But yeah, it's a lot of times I'll eat at work when I'm bored.
Boredom eating.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
habits for people that are eating, and one of the not so good habits is to eat right before you go to bed,
Yes.
right
Yeah,
before you
that's-
sleep.
Yeah, and I have a hard time not doing that.
Yeah.
So.
I used to work later at night, and I did food service, and I got tired of food in food service. But when I got home from work, suddenly I had the munchies. I had to eat, and I was sick of food. But I was like a bowl of grape nuts. Grape nuts and I it's like gravel. Gluten gravel is what I call it. Grape nuts. There's no grapes. There's no nuts. It's just gravel with gluten. and throw the milk on. It multiplies.
It's basically
cement.
It's basically
mortar.
wheat germ,
Exactly.
essentially.
And I stuffed that in my face every night, and it swelled up every night while I slept.
Yeah, that makes that cleans your bowels and colon out really well.
Yes, it does. And speaking of
Scrubs
cleaning
your
out,
intestines.
speaking of cleaning out, we got some unusual foods today that we're going to try from a random donation. So this is random foods time. This is
number
the
one.
topic. Number one, read the label. This is
Cauliflower pretzels.
now this isn't made up. This is not a random selected like pretzel pizza. This is
Made
cauliflower.
with cassava
Yeah.
or cassava or quesave.
Rock the
Cassava.
cassava.
Don't rock the cassava, baby. And cauliflower.
Yeah,
I like
cauliflower.
how they put cauliflower as 2 words on
Is
this
it 2 words? So cauliflower is in 1 word, and then it's in 2 words.
Real food.
But it's real food, and it's organic. It's supposed to be healthier.
Made with real veggies and
this is cauliflower.
non-GMO verified.
Can you imagine? To me, you know what I call it, Pastor Matt? I call it snob food. It's like those elitists. Yeah, you can do the wrinkling of the bag, the noisy bag on the air. It's the snobs that are going,
Now-
I'm going to shop in the organic aisle.
Now it smells like rancid, like olive oil. You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
olive oil
Like-
fermented. Like
yeah,
when
just-
you've been drinking the olive oil.
When it's rancid, you know,
Yeah.
when it's been like in your
like-
cupboard for too long.
Yeah, it's sitting in Grandma's cupboard, and she has passed away
Ah.
last year, and you're cleaning out her cupboard, and
Like if your grandma actually takes care of her cast iron skillets and
yes,
oils them,
as you're
and then
supposed to.
and then you pull it out and you sniff it.
And it's like,
That's what it smells like.
yeah, that old cast iron olive oil, bad.
Rancid olive
All right,
oil.
so Pastor Matt, being the bigger of us, is going to try the first 2.
Oh, you're not. You go.
Now, I being the more discreet. All right, we got 2 and 2.
Yeah,
Like chopsticks, aren't they?
they are.
If you guys happen to be watching.
Now, did you ever do this?
Oh, yeah. You know what? Did you ever do that with candy corn like it was your teeth?
Yeah, but
I did
it
that.
never lasted in my mouth.
I did
very
that
long.
with
I'm like,
candy corn. I'm not.
pretzels made with cauliflower.
Think about this, folks. Pretzels are good. Cauliflower, not so good.
That initial crunch is pretzel-like,
But
you know,
the-
cauliflower
it
smells
feels-
like a fart whenever it's cooking.
it does that nasty aftertaste. It's got a bad afterburn.
Yeah, it's like
This is cauliflower pretzels. We just ate it right here on the air.
you take a bite and it's like
Yeah. Who farted? What is this? You want your breath to Do you want your breath to smell like a cauliflower? Hey, baby, I'm going on my date. This is a single guy. Now, I like to do
the
fictitious
crunch is
scenarios.
very good. I like the crunch.
There's a single guy. He's all slicked up. He's got his olive oil in his hair, slick in her back. He's got his bow tie on. He's going to impress this girl. And he's got nervous munchies
And he's like,
on the way to her house. He eats a cauliflower pretzel.
sorry about that.
He smells like a cauliflower.
Sorry, I'm really nervous.
Hello, Wilma.
Oh, sorry.
Hello, Wilma.
Lord help me.
It's Devin. I don't know. I mean, I'm just if not his actual name, okay? If your name's Devin, it's not you, okay?
Right.
Get over yourself.
Oh, it might be.
It might be Devin. Devin and
All in
Wilma.
all, I would, I
you-
wouldn't go out of
would
my
you-
way to buy those.
Yeah. You
But-
wouldn't cross the aisle to buy those.
Like if I no, like if
I mean,
if I
they
went to a friend's
if
house-
they fell free into your lap.
if I went to a friend's house, like a barbecue or something, and the food wasn't ready and I was hungry per se, and they had a bowl of those out because those seemed to me like they wouldn't get stale.
They're going to stay up and ready.
Yeah.
They're ready to serve.
Like I'm worried about I don't want to fart and gas myself out in my house later.
You probably die. But yeah, you fire one of those up and they're good to go. Fire
one of those
yeah,
off, you mean?
They've got a good crunch, okay?
Yeah, they do got a good crunch.
They are cauliflower pretzels.
They
Look
have-
them up if you got to do it.
They have a pretzel texture.
Now let's move on to another food because cauliflower pretzels are rather boring. Get something a little more exciting. Yeah.
Spicy,
Spicy.
pumpkin dry roasted seeds. These are organic.
Yeah, they're good for you.
Now, are you allergic to nuts?
I am not. Are you?
No.
Okay.
I've already tried some of these.
No, I think spicy is fun. I'm not so sure about pumpkin seed spicy.
Have you tried? You haven't tried these yet, have you?
I've done mellow.
Are you going to try some
I'm
of these?
going to try them. Have you?
I would only grab a couple of them
All right.
here.
Yeah, don't go too big. All right, they're spicy.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got a little handful. They're smaller.
They're shelled.
They're shelled. Okay, they are shelled. So don't think they're in the shell. Knocking back a few. What are they? They're spicy pumpkin. Woo! They got a kick. Dry roasted seeds.
Yeah, they're
Organic.
spicy pumpkin seeds. Cayenne pepper and garlic in the midst of Tamarai soy sauce on whole pumpkin seed kernel. Tamarai.
Yeah, samurai. Hey, that's pretty good.
It actually is. On
This
whole
is
pumpkin
your
seed
host,
kernel.
Johnny Rooster. This is my sidekick, Pastor Matt. This morning's topic is unusual foods or things that we don't normally eat.
Soybeans, sea salt.
These things we're eating might be on their palate. That might be on your menu, but it's not on ours. This is not our everyday.
But it's the
food.
cayenne pepper. And cayenne pepper, for me, is not that hot.
No, and it's not that exciting.
Now, that's what got me interested in eating hot stuff.
As he
because-
takes another handful, you guys got to realize this is addictive food, but it's organic, so it's not.
And with any nuts, I'm pretty sure if you eat too many of them, it does affect your...
We're going back to Devin and Wilma on their first date.
Yeah.
Look out. Alert, warning.
Now
What
we're
do we
gonna
got
go,
next?
Now we're going to go to bland.
Yes, a little more specifically organic. Supposed to be good for you.
And these are made with coconut oil.
I do like coconut oil. I cook with coconut oil.
I love cooking with coconut
good
oil.
stuff.
Especially if it actually tastes like coconut.
Yeah, it's good for you, and it tastes
Now, they have
good.
stuff that doesn't taste like coconut at all. But I like the
The
stuff
cheap stuff.
I like the stuff that actually tastes like coconut,
There's
and I
good-
like to cook shrimp in it.
Yeah. Oh, that's wonderful. That's divine.
Breaded shrimp.
Yes. Amen. So what do we got here in the coconut oil?
Plantains.
Plantains.
Plantain chips.
Now, plantains are like the plantation version of
They're giant bananas.
yeah, big old bananas. They're plantation-grown bananas. Plantain.
I think
Down south, they grow them in the plantain.
is that like a plane on a plantation on a plane?
Plantation's plain. Okay, these are banana chips, basically, aren't they? Dried bananas, but they're dried
They're
plantain.
plantains.
Dried.
This particular
Like
brand calls
dehydrated?
this plantain a root vegetable. It is not a root vegetable.
Oh, can you read the description? It's hilarious. It's so snobby. It's like the word choice is hilarious how they describe this. They had a board meeting. This is my fictitious world again. They had a board meeting at the plantain factory, and they go, "This is how we describe this thing. We got to really please the upper class people that are going to eat these plantains." You see the description?
The plantain is a member of the banana family, but is more dense and less sweet. It is considered to be a root vegetable in tropical climates where it is naturally grown because it is often cooked with other root vegetables. If I were to use that logic,
Other root vegetables.
if I were to use that logic, that would mean pot roast is a root vegetable
Yeah, okay.
because it's often cooked with carrots and onions.
That's true.
Let's see, what else would be a root vegetable? Yeah, chicken.
Oh, read this. I'm going to read it. It's too funny.
All
I'm
right.
putting on my reading glasses, y'all.
Here we go.
What we have here is Pop Chips, Ridges, Bold and Crunchy, Cheddar, and Sour Cream. Okay, this is standard, whatever. I hope I didn't read their brand too loud. With this much
I don't know.
crunch-
That's not the actual brand. I
Okay,
don't
here it is. It's a taste that goes for days. Do you want it to go for days?
Yeah, and I was reading that. I was like,
are you serious? You want a taste that goes for days?
you're like, you'd be belching that up.
Like it's Tuesday, and then on Friday you're like, man, that was good on Tuesday, but it's terrible.
Not so good now.
It says sharp cheddar, smooth sour cream, and potatoes. It's the ultimate threesome. Don't hang on to that thought. And when they come together in extra crispy Pop Chips Ridges, you get a whole mouthful of delicious. They're ridged for your pleasure. So give in to the
Wait.
crunch. They're ridged. Give in to the crunch. Matt, give in to the crunch. Crunch, 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 crunch. There's a whole group of...
they are really delicious.
Think about a group of frat boys in the college, and they're all trying to get you to do
Crunch, 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 crunch.
crunch.
They're very. I like them.
Go.
They're very delicious.
They are. Now, fried isn't a flavor. This is
No.
the second paragraph.
Let's hold
fried.
the front of the bag away from the camera.
Fried isn't a flavor, okay? Fried is
Yeah.
not a flavor.
That, it is to me.
I would say, heck yes, it is. I love fried, and it's a good flavor, too. Have you ever had fried catfish? It's a flavor.
Yeah. I actually, I saw and it reminds me of this meme that I saw. You know what a meme is?
Yeah.
Okay. And it was a picture of like burnt to a crisp hot dogs,
Okay.
and burnt to a crisp hamburgers,
Mm-hmm.
and burnt to a crisp burnt.
Burnt beyond belief.
And it was a post on somebody's page that said, I know how to throw down on the grill, y'all. And then someone else commented, yeah, but you need to learn how to pick it up too, because it's all burnt
you
to a
throw it
crisp.
down, but you don't pick it up.
So I like reading.
Yeah, that's true. Fried isn't a flavor, according to this. Looking for something fried? Try the State Fair. You can get deep fried anything there. So they're slamming the State Fair.
Yeah.
I don't know which state. Maybe all 50.
All state fairs have a lot of fried
Do you
food.
think they have that at the Hawaii State Fair?
Probably.
Fried.
No, that's
plantains?
probably
Fried plantains?
breaded fried
Plantains?
spam.
Yeah, they love spam in Hawaii. Okay, so looking for a bold flavor and epic crunch? You've come to the right place. We take potatoes and add heat and pressure and then pop. You get chips that are deeply satisfying, not deep fried. Plus, no grease and no guilty conscience. I don't know.
So these are potatoes.
So what are they? They're potato chips. Come on. It's cheddar potato chips.
Heavy on the cheddar.
Oh, man. Heavy cheddar.
They do have a crunch.
Can you see the guy grinding out the cheddar on top of these things when they're making them?
I would cross the aisle to get these.
You would, wouldn't you? You like the cheddar. Mm-hmm. This is heavy cheddar. I thought of that as a band. A garage
In the
band. 80s hair band. Tonight
Ladies
at
and
8.
gentlemen, give it up.
Heavy cheddar!
Heavy cheddar.
And the bass player, he's got the 5-string, not the 4-string. He's going 5 strings for the grunge. He's got the strings right below his armpit. He's got his neck. The neck of that bass is huge. And he's just wailing away. It's the heavy
Now-
cheddar.
These have that oil smell too.
Oh, what are you into? You got another chip?
These are blue corn tortilla chips.
That's going to taste good for days.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. You got blue chips. That's
Yes.
like Bluetooth?
Yeah, they're blue corn chips. Blue tortilla chips.
I'll have a blue corn chip
Without you.
I'll have one with you.
I'll have a blue.
So
So these are actually look like
brown.
brown.
They look like they're purple. Are they really blue? Hold up to the light. They're very dark blue.
They're not bad. They're good.
I like them.
The crunch is very satisfying.
Yeah, and they're bold. They're not afraid.
Right.
They're not in the background. They're up front. They're playing front and center. It's blue chip. Blue chips. That could be another band that Heavy Cheddar opens up for blue chip.
Heavy cheddar opens up for blue chip.
And blue chip takes it away.
Got
I
a
like
blue
them.
chip.
I like them because the cheddar was too much droppage on your lap. Like you're on your first date or you're back to.
When you go to wipe your hands off.
Yeah, it's like the nervous. We alluded to this earlier. The new guy, first date, he does the aftershave and he sprays his armpits double.
Yeah,
and
and
then
then
he's
it's like-
nervous. Yeah, and he's all confused and he's eating. And he's got a nervous habit of munching on the blue chip.
What was that? It's supposed to be Ignite. Listen to this.
That's a drum. That doesn't sound like Ignite. Ignite what?
It's supposed to sound like I guess something like gas igniting.
But it doesn't sound like that. Does it to you?
No, not
I'm thinking
yeah, not
drum
even a
roll,
little bit.
please. You know.
Let's see what this does.
What's this one? That's the inside of a big gallon, big barrel.
Or a gong.
True. Now, we just ate the blue chips, and they were bold, and they were good, and they were strong. They're tortilla chips.
Yes,
Yeah, they make a statement.
very good.
They're
And
not
they're not
overdone.
overly salty
Yeah,
either.
the other one, the cheddar was a lot of cheddar. The guy was shaking that can of cheddar for hours. His arm went numb.
Shoveling it on there.
He just got the shovel. He's like, more cheddar. And Pastor Matt's like, bring on the cheddar. And the guy's in there like, I'm
Dumps
making
a whole
some
scoop
cheddar.
of a whole shovel full of cheddar powder. And all right, now take that one,
That's one.
that one, and
Now
put
we're
it in
gonna
that
do
bag
the-
over
We're
there.
going to do all of that again for the next bag.
Right.
Like, that's the cheddar in the cheddar.
Yeah, that's good stuff though.
Heavy cheddar.
Like when I go, all right. So when you go to to the
Heavy
movie
cheddar,
theater
man.
to watch a movie,
Yeah.
and they have the seasonings
Yes. Oh,
for your
wait.
popcorn.
Okay, you're talking the movie popcorn seasoning.
Mm-hmm. Like at the actual movie theater, you get the popcorn, the giant
Yeah.
tub of popcorn,
Yeah. And
which
then-
inevitably falls
of
out
course.
everywhere.
Oh, yeah. It's not designed to stay in one.
Right. I always ask for a bag so I can throw
yeah.
some in it, so give you room to shake the
They,
seasoning
they
around.
need to have a little moat around that thing.
I dump I mean,
oh, yeah.
I'll use a third of a whole thing of that seasoning.
Is it cheese?
Yeah, generally
you're
white
a-
cheddar.
You're a cheddar man. Yeah.
I also like ranch. Cool ranch.
Well, you are a Midwesterner.
yeah.
Yeah.
You
we're
know,
not going to go there, but we're going to go there.
But I was also raised an early portion of my
I
life
was born country.
in the South, Florida,
Gator country.
Florida, Alabama, Georgia. We moved around a lot.
I did too. I lived in 5 states by the time I was 10 years old.
Yeah. My favorite was Panama City Beach, though. We lived right across
That
the
does
street from
sound
the beach.
cool.
I mean, the houses right near the beach
have
always
some
look
shrimp?
like crap because, the salt water.
Did
sea
you have
air.
some decent fish down there?
Oh, yeah. I used to fish at the pier. That's how we lived, we lived off of fish that we caught from the pier.
We're talking about food today. This is Johnny Rooster. This is Pastor Matt. This is your morning mouth. It's before the morning drive. How much time do we have? We're talking about
4 minutes.
We're talking about food that isn't normally eaten by us.
We used to go out, and this is really, and I'll be really quick about
No,
this.
do it.
We during the season that you could catch them all the time, Spanish mackerel,
Down in Florida.
and we used to fillet the mackerel. My mama put it on a baking sheet and put ranch, like marinate it with ranch dressing, and then bake it, and then we'd eat. That's what we had freezers full of all different types of saltwater fish. But here's how we caught them. We got one of those water bubbles. You know what I'm talking about? It's like it's a float, but you fill it with water or halfway full of water, so it's not literally on top.
Gotcha.
A 1 foot long steel leader with a 1-inch treble hook, and that much of a McDonald's straw slid down over the leader and over the part of the treble hook, and you just cast it out and reel it in.
Cool.
It's
And
a
so-
lure. McDonald. I shouldn't
Wow.
say.
But it's
Any
not
restaurant
a
straw.
very. It's
Sorry
a
about that. Any
low
restaurant
budget,
straw.
but effective.
Yeah, no, I mean that they have other ones, but that's actually the most effective. So
That's neat.
yeah.
A lot of mackerel.
Yeah, well, I mean, we caught our limit every day, and your limit is 23 per person.
Per person.
Yeah,
No, you didn't.
and all of us caught our limit every day. Sometimes we didn't, but a lot of times we did.
If you ever catch your limit, put it in the comments below.
Then but Spanish mackerel have really sharp, long
We're
teeth.
talking about food. Mm-hmm. Spanish mackerel.
And then king mackerel, which is basically a giant Spanish mackerel, and their teeth are really sharp and
What
really
about
big.
those? Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to get in this next one. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
I'm not being successful.
Are you thinking about a barracuda?
Barracuda? Yeah.
Those are, in that movie,
Ding 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 ding.
that. Don't make it to where they have to mute us out again. That movie Finding Nemo, which is a
Yeah.
really good movie.
Finding Nemo.
That barracuda, that is how they look in real life,
They're that color. They're colored.
and they're that mean looking. That is a spot on.
Ooh-wee.
That is not really cartoonish looking. That
Wow.
is exactly how they look.
Well, we're talking about fish. We're talking about food. We're talking about specifically snack foods that we don't normally eat. I have never eaten a barracuda. They're probably not the good thing to eat.
Yeah, they'll bite back.
Yeah, you don't want to bite something that'll bite back.
They're actually really bony, from what I remember.
I would not. Did you eat a barracuda?
Yeah, I from what I remember, they're really bony fish. Like,
Hey, Mom, I'm eating a barracuda. I got something in my throat.
got a tooth in my throat. So what do we got there?
These are the peanut. Can we say it?
Yeah, peanut butter and coconut.
So if you like peanut butter and you like coconut, you want to put them together. This is a soft baked cookie, and it's gluten free. That's the warning, because to me, gluten free suggests not as tasty.
Yeah, that's true. Now,
They look
usually,
like little donuts.
usually gluten-free peanut butter cookies is basically peanut butter and sugar.
That's it. I'm trying this out. I'm thinking no. But maybe. I'm going to give it a chance. Something didn't work right.
I don't know what kind of tree they used. But
You mean a
sawdust.
coconut?
No, sawdust. I
Coconut-
mean, you know, like
a
with
coconut
anything
husk.
else, you
Coconut.
get used to it.
It could be the outside of the coconut. Could be the coconut shell they put grinded up. They didn't say the inside. Coconut husk.
Well, we are just about out of time there, Johnny Rooster.
We're talking about unusual foods, and we're eating stuff so early in the morning.
Now, if that was a real, like, an actual peanut butter cookie without the gluten-free stuff, it would probably taste better. Now, I'm not saying that tastes bad. If you eat it, I could get used to it if I ate it all the time.
It's kind of like when you're drinking the bad stuff or eating the bad stuff. You get used to it, huh?
Yeah.
Plumbers don't eat corn.
I mean, the taste is great. Peanut butter and coconut together are interesting.
I'm trying to chalk that whole thing down just to do it. I've got the whole thing in my mouth. It's dissolving, but it's not.
Not quickly.
There's cardboard in my mouth. Sawdust. You're right.
Yeah.
There's a lot. Can you do a sound effect of a saw? Buzz saw?
You know, let me
If you
see.
can find a buzz saw, it's worth it because this is what's going on when you eat a peanut butter coconut soft baked cookie that's gluten free. You're getting more than wood chips. You're getting sawdust, okay? Oh, please.
I know I got
It's
something.
got to be a buzz saw. Band saw.
Not a buzz saw. Let me
Band
see.
saw, lathe. Circular saw, skill saw. I'd love to hear a skill saw. My dad used to always fire that thing up in the basement.
Well, you know,
I mean, we had a skill saw. You'd think a skill saw would be like a circular. Nothing?
I thought I had something.
Shoot.
Let me see here.
I set you guys up. Sorry, I didn't know what kind of library of sound effects that Pastor Matt had. Johnny Rooster, I'm your host. We're kind of misleading you. That chainsaw. I'm trying to get the idea of sawdust is being created in my mouth.
All right. Well,
I'm taking an extended drink of water.
we are out of time.
That's no fun because now we're out of time. But you know what is fun? Morning Drive coming up.
Morning Drive's
Right
coming up
here on
next.
the Axe Media Group.
That's right. Axe Media Group and
That's you.
outro music.
That's you. That's
Yep.
not Heavy Cheddar.
It could be.
I could call you Heavy Cheddar.
Yeah.
It's your host, Johnny Rooster.
Pastor Matt.
This is Morning Mouth, and we love having fun.
We do. Bye, everybody.
Adios.